Well, Paul, thanks very much for the opportunity to walk through the Auma UK premises here in Clevedon. Let me tell you, I was surprised to see a painting booth down on the workshop because I thought you got your products from your headquarters in Germany. So does this mean you've started now manufacturing yourself?
It's a good point. We are doing all of our manufacturing over in Germany. We manufacture over 200,000 units each year for the European, Middle East and African markets. So obviously that includes the UK. Our operation here in the UK is specifically looking at the service of the UK business and service of the UK customers. The paint booth is an important aspect of that because if we're refurbishing product for our customers here in the UK, we need to make sure that we can do these quickly. Having our paint booth allows us to do that.
Now, Auma UK has a massive installed base in the water industry. So what are some of the trends you're seeing in this sector?
One of the things we're seeing in the water industry is the move towards dual source supply as opposed to single source. This is really grown out of a pragmatic response from the customers to ensure that they're getting good support for the install base that they have. We're also seeing an increased demand for remote monitoring. I think there's a demand to reduce the time for maintenance and response time to get the right people on site.
Now, other important customers for you are the petrochemical and the power industry. So again, what are some of the developments that are important to your clients in these areas?
Petrochem, obviously, the safety is of ultimate importance. We've got a lot of experience now back in Germany supporting the safety integrity levels, and we're working on with a number of customers here within the UK on doing risk assessments and working with that. What we're also seeing in the power industry is the particular need to extend the life of the products as we're trying to increase the life, or as our customers are trying to increase the life of their power stations.
Now, Auma's developed things you're calling remote monitoring and asset management systems. So how readily accepted are these technologies by your customers?
Again, there's a lot of discussion. There's a number of different ways that they can be implemented, and different customers are at different levels of acceptance. I think in the water industry, it's at a fairly early stage. We're working with the engineers to establish what it is that they're trying to achieve and the best way of achieving that. There's a lot of points out there in a system, and trying to pull all of those points back into a single point, a single hub, can sometimes give some problems. So therefore, what we need to do is we need to sort of try and break that down into usable chunks, which is where we're working with our engineers.
Now, some of the industries, for example, the power industry, they're known to be very, very conservative, and they want to replace equipment almost on a like-for-like basis. So the question for you is, as an actuator manufacturer, can you go back into your records and get the specs for actuators made 20, 30, even 40 years ago and rebuild them?
Absolutely. What we do is we manufacture to order through all of our customers. And so if our customer has a specific specification, we can then build the product to meet that specification. It's assembled on a modular basis. When it goes at the end of the assembly line, we will do a commission, and the commission will have a commissioning number, unique commissioning number. That then can be referred back to, say, 20 years later, which will allow us to understand what the motor is, what the gearbox is, how it was commissioned, what the set points were, etc. So we can then refer to that commissioning number, and we can provide you with all the spares and all the information that you require on that particular product. So it makes asset management extremely easy for the end user.
Now, I understand that companies such as yourselves are being asked or even required by customers to reduce your carbon footprint. But is that possible, and what can you do to achieve these reductions?
Actually, it's more about helping them reduce their carbon footprint. So they have a carbon reduction commitment. We can assist in that in two key ways. One is to ship our products directly from Germany. We manufacture here in Europe, as I said earlier on, for the European market. What we also can do is when there's training requirements to keep people up to speed with what we're doing with our new developments, or we have new staff, or the customers have new staff, we can do this on a webinar base, and we can always follow this up then with face-to-face. But if you get a large number of people, we're not moving people from one place to another. We're actually able to then do this on a live basis, on a webinar, and make sure that we're hitting the right number of people very effectively.
Now, coming back to the walkabout I just had through your premises, I did notice some actuators bore tags that would indicate they're being sent to Russia or even the Middle East. Now, I'm confused because I thought you were serving the UK market. So what are you doing sending these products to far-flung destinations?
Again, a good question. What we do here is we service the UK market. Many of the customers here in the UK, the valve manufacturers, ship elsewhere in the world. So we support them and their business in other countries. What we also find is a lot of consultants, EPCs, specifications which are developed here within the UK. So again, we start seeing both the effect of shipping directly and also influencing the specifications. So I would say that in the UK we significantly punch above our weight.